Nightly Musers, followers of the pod, faithful few and hopeful many, this is Anchor by Spotify. If you haven't heard about it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's the very platform that allows me to give you what I give you on the nightly. So let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And it gives you the ability to distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally FREE free. So here's where you come in. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That is ANCHOR.fm to get started. Thank you very much. Peace. Good evening. Welcome to the Nightly Muse podcast. I'm your host, Tinayeshe, and I'm here to chat about music. There's a song, this was in reference to, this is in some ways in reference to the insecurity episode that we walked through together. And in some ways, this is another, I had a chat with Timmy and he said something incredible. He was encouraging me about taking a chance and starting, and how I'm gonna stumble my way into it. I'm gonna keep doing this, and as I keep doing it, I'm gonna figure out my lane, my niche. There we go. And and so he said, the most important thing is the commitment you keep to yourself. The key in the beginning stages is to build that self-confidence, build your platform, eventually sell your music to your platform so that you can leave behind the lies that you tell yourself every day. And I decided to channel in my inner Timmy Douglas and tell him that meant that he needed to document these quotables that he comes up with, because they're just gems that I feel like the world needs to hear. But I thought about that a lot. The lies that I tell myself every day that need to be left behind. Made me think about a song. One of my favorite bands, United Pursuit, or Will Reagan and United Pursuit, they have this song called Simple Gospel. And there's many lyrics to that song that are near and dear to my heart. I want to love you, Lord. No, I just botched it. I want to know you, Lord, like I know you. No. I want to know you, Lord, like I know a friend. I want to know you, Lord. Man, I can sing. Anyway, let me not be arrogant on this episode. That's not what this is for. I want to know you, Lord, like I know a friend. I want to know you, Lord. I'm laying down all my religion. I want to know you more. I want to know you, Lord. Lord, I've been told. Lord, I've been taught to be, oh my goodness. Lord, I've been taught to be ashamed. Lord, I've been told I don't measure up. Lord, I've been told I'm not good enough, but you're here with me. The lies we tell ourselves, the lies that the enemy conjures up and puts in our souls, if you believe in that, the lies that people tell us that we end up believing and allowing to take up real estate in our minds. that I'm undesirable, that I'm not good enough. Those things keep you from pursuing the you that you want to be, the you that you're called to be potentially, the you that God wants you to be. And I've done that a lot in my life. I'm supposed to be coming out with music. I am coming out with music this year. And before I even took that step, I used to always laugh because I always act like I didn't have any dreams growing up. But I went to a Hillsong concert once I think I was a sophomore in high school, and I went and I said, I want to do that one day. And yeah, maybe that's a little late to start dreaming about life. I wanted to be an NBA player, but I'm 5'8"-ish, maybe 5'9". I was too big to be a point guard and too small to be a center. So I played football, and I was too short. So the pro sports thing kind of died. Couldn't write a song. I didn't want to be like, I guess, just like a singer who people wrote songs for. I don't know. That's a thing, right? And I gave up on the dream. And I do believe that I'm operating within my call right now, but there's a part of me that knows every time people ask me what I dreamed about that I lie every time, because I never mention the dreams of sophomore Tinayeshe that saw something, was inspired, and said that that's who I wanted to be. And now I do write. It took a while, but I finally wrote my first song in 2018. And the question I constantly ask myself, the question or the thing that keeps me from putting myself out there, is if I'm actually good enough. And I always wait for this billboard, this magical moment from God. Kennedy, you're supposed to do this. Tinayeshe, this is your time. You've got to take the step. You're driving and you see the driver's plate of somebody behind you that says, take the leap. You're looking for the FedEx thing, and instead of it saying FedEx, it says, Kennedy, here's your shot. Always looking for the magical moment, for God to sweep me off my feet and just magically place me into the thing that I've dreamt about for years, for the dreams or the thing that I gave up on. And the door opened again. The revolving door came back. And now the thing that keeps me from pursuing the things that I want is me. Because I'm so hell-bent on waiting for signs that have already come. I was so stuck on waiting for this magical moment of assurance and affirmation and clarity that I was missing the little whispers from God through the people in my life. The people who hear a song that I perform at a worship night and say, hey, that song, what was that? It was really good. You should come out with that sometime. Hey, Kennedy, when are you going to come out with that song? Bro, dude, when are you finally going to come out with your own music? And it happened time and time again. And I was ignoring it because I was so focused on the sign that I needed to see, or the sign that I wanted to see, that I was completely blind to the signs that were already there, the encouragements, the affirmations, the nudges from God, or the whispers in the right direction. And I've been stuck. And I don't want to do that anymore. And so, yeah, I've got music coming out soon, and it's going to be great, and I'm really excited. But this podcast in some ways is like Timmy said, it is literally it is a practice for me to dismantle lies that I've been living and telling myself for years. And so I do believe that as I continue to do this, I'm going to find my way. But even as I find my way, I do believe, because I'm a hopeful person, that this is going to impact people, even if it's not exactly how I want it to look like yet. So my encouragement to you guys, my friends, my listeners, my musers, don't wait for the perfect moment to start, because you never will. The perfect moment isn't coming. I won't say never. But instead of waiting for the perfect moment to move, maybe just start taking faithful steps in the right direction and trust that God's going to lead you there. I don't know who this is for, and I feel like a pastor right now because I've heard that phrase a lot in my life growing up in the church, but I literally have no idea who's going to listen to this. And my hope is that it inspires you to take a step. And hey, if you do, let me know about it. The email, the contact for this podcast is the nightly musepod@gmail.com. The nightly with a K, KNIGHTLY, musepod@gmail.com. Let me know how your small steps in the right direction, your small faithful steps in the direction you feel pushed to go. Let me know how that goes. And if something beautiful comes of it, I'd love to hear. More than anything, the beautiful thing is that you're taking a chance on yourself because you're worth it, because you're good enough, and because you're dismantling the lies that you've told yourself for years. So let's dismantle those lies together. Thanks for listening to this episode. Y'all are awesome. And this is a fun journey. I hope it is for you too. Peace.